What if I told you that coffee doesn't just wake you up, but might actually help you live longer, reduce your risk of serious diseases, and protect your brain? Sounds surprising? Let's break it down based on real science. Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're talking about coffee, its effects, its risks, and whether giving it up actually makes you healthier. A lot of people like to say, I don't drink coffee, I'm into a healthy lifestyle. But is avoiding coffee really a smart health decision? Let's look at the evidence. In 2017, a major paper was published in the British Medical Journal, one of the most respected medical journals in the world with over 180 years of history. This study wasn't small. It analyzed 201 meta-analyses of observational studies and 17 meta-analyses of interventional trials. Quick clarification, observational studies equals researchers observe people without interference. Interventional studies equals participants are given specific instructions, like drinking a certain amount of coffee daily. This kind of large-scale review gives us a very reliable picture. What is a cup of coffee? To stay consistent, let's define it. About 8 ounces, approximately 230 to 240 milliliters, around 95 milligrams of caffeine, brewed using about 7 to 9 grams of ground coffee. We'll use this as our baseline. Coffee is more than caffeine. Caffeine isn't even the main story. Coffee contains around 1,000 biologically active compounds, including chlorogenic acids, caffeic acid, magnesium, and vitamin B2. These substances act as antioxidants, reduce inflammation, and protect cells from oxidative stress. There's even some evidence, still debated, that coffee may activate sirtuins, enzymes linked to longevity and cellular aging. Overall mortality. One of the most important findings. People who drink 3 to 4 cups of coffee per day have about a 10% lower risk of death from all causes. This includes cardiovascular diseases, cancer, and infections. So the idea that a healthy diet excludes coffee doesn't match reality. Blood pressure and heart. Some people worry that coffee raises blood pressure. Here's the truth. In sensitive individuals, caffeine can cause a temporary increase. It may also trigger palpitations or anxiety. But these effects are short-term, and long-term data shows no significant impact on blood pressure overall. There are slight changes in cholesterol, small increase in LDL, bad cholesterol, slight decrease in HDL, good cholesterol, and minor rise in triglycerides. But these changes are minimal and mostly associated with regular coffee, not decaf. Coffee and cancer. This topic caused a lot of confusion. In 1991, coffee was classified as a possible carcinogen, but in 2016, the International Agency for Research on Cancer, the WHO, removed coffee from the carcinogen list. Later, in 2018, California even tried to require cancer warning labels on coffee due to acrylamide. But acrylamide forms in many foods, coffee, fries, baked goods. Levels in coffee are extremely low, and animal studies used unrealistically high doses. Result? Coffee was cleared again. Even more interesting, coffee is actually associated with a reduced risk of several cancers: prostate cancer, endometrial cancer, melanoma and non-melanoma skin cancer, and leukemia. Common misunderstandings. Esophageal cancer. Risk is linked to very hot drinks, not coffee itself. Lung cancer. Association exists only in smokers because coffee is often consumed with cigarettes. No smoking, no increased risk. Digestive system. Coffee stimulates bile production. This leads to faster digestion, reduced contact time between food and intestinal walls, which may lower risk of GI issues. Gallbladder and liver. Coffee has a strong choleretic effect, which stimulates bile flow, which prevents bile stagnation, reduces risk of gallstones, and also linked to lower risk of fatty liver disease, fibrosis, and cirrhosis. Metabolism.
Coffee consumption is associated with a lower risk of type 2 diabetes and improved insulin sensitivity, partly due to magnesium, also linked to reduced risk of gout and kidney stones. Cardiovascular disease. Drinking 3 to 4 cups daily is linked to almost 19% lower risk of heart disease and up to 30% lower risk of stroke. Interestingly, even higher consumption doesn't appear harmful for most people. In fact, it may still be better than not drinking coffee at all. Neurological effects. One of the strongest findings, coffee may reduce risk of Parkinson's disease by about 24%. That's a significant reduction. For Alzheimer's disease, no strong positive or negative effect. Negative effects. Pregnancy. Caffeine stays in the body longer during pregnancy. High intake is linked to lower birth weight, premature birth risk, and miscarriage risk. Recommended limit is about 100 milligrams daily, or 1 cup. Bone health. Some studies show postmenopausal women who drink coffee have a 14% higher fracture risk. The mechanism isn't fully understood, possibly related to vitamin D, not calcium. More research is needed. Individual tolerance. Some people experience anxiety, rapid heartbeat, and temporary blood pressure spikes. This isn't damage, it's individual sensitivity to caffeine. If that's you, coffee may not be your drink. Final summary. So let's wrap this up. For most people, coffee reduces overall mortality, lowers risk of cardiovascular disease, decreases risk of several cancers, protects against Parkinson's, supports metabolism and liver health. Main concerns, pregnancy and possible bone effects, uncertain. For healthy adults, 3 to 4 cups daily is safe and optimal. Even higher amounts are generally not harmful, and surprisingly, drinking coffee may actually be better than avoiding it completely. Thanks for watching all the way through. If you found this helpful, make sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss the next one. Thank you for watching, and here's to your good health. Goodbye.